to another video in the series KSP to every planet and back. This time I'm going to the planet Eeloo. Last time I did a lot of moons around Joule, and after that I also did a video on the O-Bird effect. But now it's time to go back to going through all the planets, and this time, yeah, there's quite a special one. The furthest planet in the whole Kerbal system. Not the hardest to get to. I think Moho takes more energy to get to, but it is the furthest away. It also isn't really the hardest. You don't need a lot of precision to get to it. Well, you need quite a lot, but not so much that because it's so far away and still pretty heavy, it does have a reasonable sphere of influence, so it isn't that impossible to get to it. It could be harder. It could be harder, is what I'm trying to say. But just doing the normal routine of getting into orbit. I'm using the same vessel that I used to get to Dress. I think it's all even named the same. It's still called Dress. I didn't bother renaming it. It didn't need any revisions or anything like that. At least I hope not. No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But so yeah, it's the same rocket. This middle stage is a driver. This pusher is more than enough fuel to get to Eeloo. The higher you go, the easier it is to increase your apoapsis. And what we will need to do, I think, yeah. What I'm going to do this time, that I didn't do with Dress, is I'm going to wait for at least Kerbal to line up correctly. Because after I did that mission on the O-Bird effect, I did some experimenting and trying to use it, when leaving Kerbal, and it actually also, I noticed it when you're going to Joule. It actually saves a lot of fuel if you just leave from Kerbal orbit. Not that I need extra fuel, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Just going to try to make it so that when I leave Kerbal, my apoapsis will be at ascending or descending nodes with my orbit relative to Eeloo. And I'm realizing that I need to go straighter up, because else this vessel won't have enough time to circularize. So I needed to burn a little bit upwards. Oh, the little engine was firing. Okay, now it's back on track. We're all good, everybody. So let's try and make this fast. How much do we need? Not that much. Let's get to the top. Might take some time. Could you please stop wobbling? I don't know what's going wrong here, but nope, I just don't know. But let's time warp through as much of this as possible. I'm trying to make the videos snappy. I think I timed this very well. Nah, could be better. But hey, I ain't NASA. So this is gonna be a pretty huge burn. I think only if you go to... well, I said I would time this, so let's see... No, not that... yeah, that one. So you can see the ascending and descending nodes. So I want to wait for a quarter of a year. Maybe I should have done this before I let those guys take off. But I'm cruel like that. But this way you can see ascending node and descending node line up. No, maybe I should have done it from where I was. That way. No. I want to. No. I stay with my decision. I want my app webs to be at ascending or descending nodes. That way, changing inclination may take as little as possible. I was just thinking that I could take in consideration, making sure my app webs was just as high as possible, so that I would have taken as much as of the overt effect as possible. But I have a feeling that just making sure that the inclination is that you can do your inclination change at app webs is more useful. But I'm just guesstimating this. I bet NASA would do some calculations before just doing anything. Okay, this seems fine. 2000 meters per second. I think it would have taken 3000 meters per second if I first left Kerbal. I'm just guesstimating this once again. Got to add an extra orbit. Now wait a few minutes. Okay, it is time to go. Come on, turn please. Oh, are you kidding me? Why does this always happen? Okay. I think I talked about this before. But I don't think, from a gameplay perspective, that electricity should influence your ability to torque. To, change the orientation of the spacecraft. Not so fast. No, don't bump your head, also. Because now I have to do weird stuff like this, or just think every time, include batteries or something. That's just a hassle. Okay. Do we have some power? The engine will create some power. Could you turn prograde, maybe? Oh my god, this game! Guess I didn't have to get out. I still had some fuel that I could use. Some more propellant. But even then... I didn't think about it. Well, whatever. Just gotta wait what, 3 minutes for this. I don't know how hard this delay is going to punish me. Maybe because you know, I think that timing this is a bit more important. But hey, I can always change it later. And hey, I have a lot of excess fuel, I think, when I come back. I bet that the tank will still be like have a quarter of fuel left. And that's saying a lot because the last quarter of fuel is a lot more valuable than the first you know, bits of fuel. I can always point upwards a little more if I have to. But I think this is looking fine. So yeah, Eeloo, it's I think it's a very mystical planet, you know, being so far away. It has a certain aura about it. Although it doesn't have any Easter eggs or anomalies added. It was also, I think, the last planet added. You know, there was, you know, first you had, you know, Kerbal and the Moon and the Sun, and then they added a whole lot of planets, and a little bit later they also decided to also throw in Eeloo for some reason, which I like. There are even mods that, you know, add even more planets. And I think what those mods do very nicely is, you know, add, you know, challenges that you don't have with other planets. Like there was, I like this one planet that turned really fast. It would like turn around in 30 minutes. So you couldn't land at the equator. You were forced to land at the North Pole. You could try to land at the equator, and that is pretty cool if you managed to do that. But because you could, you know, use some you could like use planet editor to land at the equator, and I did that, and you would just slowly fall into the sky, like there was like anti-gravity, you know, pulling you up. That was very trippy indeed. Seems we're almost there, and oh, it looks perfect, that line. Oh, overdoing it. So it took even less than 2000 meters per second. So this was very efficient, in my opinion. And now let's do a lot of waiting. Well, at least for the Kerbals. And this is where you really need this time acceleration mod thingy, because else it's just ridiculous how long it will take. It would like take 10 minutes or something like that. Like, don't do that to yourself. Okay, let's fix this. Wow, even at this height, I'm still moving like 2000 meters per second. I wish it would be slower, but well. It's like I'm moving at the speed that I'm usually moving at, like when I'm moving over Kerbal. Can't imagine, you know, this will take a lot of fuel if you have to do this kind of thing when you like go to Moho or something. Yeah, let's get it somewhere close to okay. And now, to make sure we encounter it. Now the planes are now aligned. So that is it's been done. And the next step, making your orbit bigger and bigger and bigger, so you can see, or not. Oh, okay, there it is. I don't know, maybe Squad could fix this, because this can be like really weird. You can always fix this, and like you can also fix this later, but no, I'll make it more precise when we get closer. I don't even have the precision to do it. We're so far away right now. Don't even have the precision to make this any closer. But yeah, if you're having trouble encountering a planet, just make sure you're in the same plane. Try to make it so your apoapsis is at ascending or descending node, so you can do the plane change as efficiently as possible. And after that, make sure your orbit is going slightly beyond their orbit, so you can encounter them twice. It makes it also a lot easier. It gives you a little bit of wiggle room. Let's use the rendezvous plan for this. And then just make your orbit bigger or smaller, whatever is more efficient. And make sure you get an encounter. And if you're going to aero brake, try to do if it's not if you have the ability to aero brake, you want to do as little adjusting of as minimal as possible. So you saw those plane change thingies. Try to make it so you don't have to do that plane change, and even more important, try to make it so you don't have to adjust your speed. So if you see that your close approach is really far away, do an extra orbit and see if it gets any closer, and then you can also use the maneuver nodes for that. So you right click a maneuver node, and you can see you can here add orbits, and you can see like next orbit how close it gets, and if they kind of get close, like you can adjust your speed from there and make sure you get an encounter. So try to do that. And if you feel bad for your Kerbals, that they're in the cockpit for so long, so mine are already 7 years in the cockpit, you could use websites to calculate in what position the planets need to be. But I always think that's a little bit challenging to do, because those things don't take the eccentricity of the orbits into account. Like if they're ovals, they always assume that they're perfect circles, so that doesn't always work perfectly. Although it is a nice challenge. You could think up for yourself if you should leave later or sooner, to make sure that you if it's like at this position, maybe you could think, oh well, it's moving really fast right now, so I have to leave sooner or later. And if I wait a little bit extra long, it may be easier to encounter it or something. So, but that will take some thinking. Some thinking. Yes, we are thinking. Okay. So I will have to move a little bit up. Is the sun? Oh wow. Gonna have to do some turning. What? Why can't I? Why can't I rotate? It won't let me rotate. The roll is off or something. Oh, okay. This time I'm going to get energy back. Not sure why it wouldn't let me rotate. Okay, now it will. Seems somehow the RCS won't do it, and I can only do it with the torque, which I can only use using energy. Glitchy stuff, man, glitchy stuff. Anyway, a little bit up and to the left. So let's do that. So this purple marker is upwards. Well, actually, the north means up. This pink marker takes other stuff into account. And to the left, and I think that's one of those blue markers. For some reason it doesn't take it, but 270 degrees is to go left. You know, take the 270 degree mark. Oh, I was wrong. Apparently it's the 90 degree mark to go to the left somehow. Don't listen to me, guys. I don't know, sometimes that switches for some reason, I don't know why. Sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. I guess I'm just bad at orbital mechanics, I don't know. You don't have to be too precise with this, you know. If you're still going to change sphere of influence, this will jump around anyway. So let's just do that first. Let's save. Let's see how close we've gotten. Well, pretty close. Let's go even further down. I don't know, MacJap is doing weird. Being weird. Yeah, this is south. Okay, looking good. And now to the left, which is the 270 degrees mark. Maybe I'm wrong, because prograde is definitely not what I'm looking for. Oh, I'm moving orbit, please. I think that was the thing going wrong. And I see that I have to go upwards a bit more. No, other side. All this precision stuff always takes a bit of time, but now we've got it. And how much fuel do we have left? 7000 delta V. Holy fudge, that's a lot. But let's get to periaps. Let's save this. That's a lot of delta V.
Oh, it's a flash space.
But we're rich motherfuckers. So don't worry about it. Just try to not crash into Eeloo for now.
We zijn echt aan het verliezen hoor.
Ah, we'll be fine.
Nee.
Left a lot of wiggle room.
We komen een beetje terug, want ik ben echt een baas.
This planet, look up a picture of Europa, the moon from Jupiter, and you can see that it looks a lot like this planet Eeloo. No, it has all those. It's also white, and it has these brown cracks,
Ik heb 2 items.
and the sea beneath it, the sea beneath the surface. That would be kind of funny if they also had like water beneath the surface. Like they also did that like in the game. Would be a nice touch. Because you can look, if you wiggle a bit with the camera, you can look beneath the surface. And I don't know if I've tried. Maybe I have. I certainly can't remember seeing water. Okay, let's go round and break off the rest.
Iemand moet botten.
Am I out of energy again?
Navel.
I still have a lot of mono planet left though. So. Yeah, if you're fast, we can still land on the light side on this orbit. Let's get the periaps to 10 kilometers. Okay. Refuel this thing. And I think that's it. So, decouple. Turn on the engine.
Wacht, 40 seconden. Hoe gaan we dat redden? Hoe gaan we dat redden?
Let's see if there's enough fuel in this thing. You're orbiting like at 500 meters per second. And we have 1700, so I think we have, no, you need 1000, add a little bit to that. 1200. So should be fine.
Doe het.
Looking at the surface horizontal speed.
Dat kun je gewoon weghalen.
Okay. Still moving upwards. We still had some upwards velocity. Looks like we need like 2 seconds of suicide burn.
Druk op Alt F.
Oh, apparently more. I don't know why that changes.
Bolt. Ik hier toch. Nou, goed.
Eeloo has a very flat surface. So no problem with any inclines or anything. Okay. So let's see what happens when we touch the surface. Don't crash, please. Thank you. Good job, Jebediah. Or is this Jebediah? I don't know. Looks like Europa here. Yeah, it's Jebediah. Go Jeb. And now let's wait for Dress to go back.
Ja, die. Kom naar mij, 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 kom naar mij.
We're leaving in the night. Spooky. Spooky stuff. Okay, let's go.
Getting Guardian's Angel.
Oh, am I moving the right way? Yes, yeah. Who? Think I didn't really do inclination right. Well, it's fine. Don't sweat it.
Oh. Okay.
Ooh. Seems like we're meeting at the other side. Seems fine to me. Nah, maybe not. I don't know. Okay. Let's just get into orbit and we'll fix everything later. We'll get an encounter.
Yes.
Let's first just make sure we don't crash into the planet.
Als we nog 10 seconden wachten, ook wel.
Okay. So, do an extra orbit. Well, it doesn't take any fuel at all. I like it. Can't warp faster than 100 times. What's this? Oh. Gotta go back a little. Okay. We'll fix the rest when we're a little bit closer.
I'm golden.
Always scare myself with this time warp stuff. What can I do to improve this? Nope, not that way. Got to slow down a little apparently.
Nope, mid.
Let's use Rendezvous Planner for this. Oh, we're already 100 meters. Don't worry about it. Yeah, targets, negative relative velocity. Let's save and wait 6 minutes. 3, 2, 1, and stop. 3 seconds? Yeah, 3 seconds. Perfect.
Nee, ik ben 14. Kun je open?
Nah, this is fine. We'll do the rest with RCS.
Oh, top.
Anti-parry target. And keep it like that. Chase cam.
Ik ben bijna full beeld.
Okay, use the yellow marker to push the pink marker onto your orange marker.
Af meer. Inzet dus de een die een beetje sterker is.
And that's docking for you. And now it's time to go back. So let's start Kerbal. Yeah. Make no a little orbit to see where the ascending and descending node is. It would make life easier. Oh, it's almost here already. So let's start braking right now. Oh yeah, got to turn off this engine. Don't forget that. Okay, I think we used 2000 delta V to get to here. Let's see how much he uses. We're slingshotting ourselves from a smaller body, so I can imagine this is taking more energy. Somehow. It takes even less. I don't know how physics works anymore. Is this like some weird kind of reverse overt effect or something? I don't know anymore. My whole life is a lie. A 3-minute burn, it says.
This is the end.
Don't make the mistake of burning retrograde now. And we're off. Has been nice seeing you, Eeloo. Smell you later. Have the feeling maybe I should have done a little bit more of a ceremony on Eeloo. Nah, I just want to keep the video snappy. Keeping it snappy. They're already pretty long, these videos.
My boy.
Don't really know why it takes less energy to decelerate than to go to a lower orbit. Maybe it has time for another video. I can look why that is. Why it works that way. Maybe some googling will help me. But for some reason this always takes. It's probably because I'm burning directly prograde instead of following the marker. You shouldn't follow the marker if you didn't know yet. Not always. Sometimes. Not always. Don't always follow the marker. I can't really give you a rule of thumb when you shoot. I don't know, if you're moving no, I can't really tell you when to not and when to follow your maneuver node and when not to. I think if you're trying to escape from a planet, just think you should usually do that when you're trying to escape planets. Or going away from or escaping a planet, or trying to then you shouldn't do it. And just think of it. What do you really want to do? You want to go faster to escape the planet, so you want to go prograde. You want to increase your speed. And like if I was NASA, I wouldn't have to do this inclination change burn. No, NASA would just calculate, would just make sure that I would just plummet straight down to Kerbal. But that's not how I roll, unfortunately. Can I immediately already fall down? No. I think those Kerbals are gonna have to wait another orbit. Can I do anything from here? I have to arrive a little bit. Can I oh kijk, that. Oh. Can I have to do some more inclination changing or something? I know. What do you want, game? More inclination changing? Yes. Just making sure the Kerbals don't have to wait. And me too, a little. I don't really have to wait. I don't know. This is a moment where you can follow your maneuver notes. Let's use a rendezvous planner to show how close we're getting. Let's look at Kerbal, see if we're going over or under or anything. Okay, looks fine. Let's save that and make sure. Oh, scaring me there, Kerbal. And let's plummet back down. Well, this mission took a few more years than it needed, because I didn't wait for the right window. So I had to wait an extra orbit. But don't want that also takes a little bit of extra finicking around. And I don't want to wait for all that. And it doesn't save you that much either. It's more time saving, and I can just warp through that. So I know that's a little bit cheating, I guess. What, am I out of RCS or something? Come on. Phew, maybe I should have done this earlier. I mean, it's just that I have so much fuel left, but this is going pretty slowly. Should have probably done this a little bit earlier. I just thought, it will change in the sphere when I enter sphere of influence anyway, so I don't have to be that precise. Okay, hit it straight on. And now for landing guidance. Where do I land? I can't see if I'm landing on Earth or not, which is pretty important. So I think, let's see how much effect braking has, because I really have to okay, that's not doing anything. What if I move to the right a bit? Because you really want to land on land. That way, that's more forgiving to land on. Nah, I'll just see. It doesn't matter. I'll just save before I hit the atmosphere. It all will be fine. So let's get a bit of the remaining fuel into this lander. Maybe not all of it. Okay, all of it. Oh. Let's do... Let's do 3/4. Or no, just half. Okay. Because you get a little bit more acceleration. It's the landing will be a little bit more forgiving. So we can ditch all this stuff. Don't have to space out or anything. What's this green stuff? Is that... I don't know what it is. Let's save. Ah. Oh, I have to put on probe. Oh, I don't know where suddenly the other vessel went. Oh, it also counts as a spaceship. Thought it would be counted as a probe or something. Oh, is it too late or can I? Nah, I'll just land on water. New challenge. I don't worry about it. It's easy. Well, this is what you call arrow breaking. Suicide burner countdown infinite. Oh, the engine is not on. Okay, guess that's why I saved. And that's why the burn was infinite. Activates. Okay, try number 2. Doing some real arrow braking. Don't forget to put down landing legs, of course. Ooh, brake, 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 brake. Ah, this looks fine. Ah, it's a lot harder to land on water. And also taking the atmosphere into account, you know, kind of have to do a little bit of guessing when you need to start burning. This time I will be alright. This time I will do my landing, put down my landing legs even earlier. Some hard stuff this. Okay. It's just hard because you can't see where the surface is. But made it anyway. Recover. Well, this was the video. Next one coming up.